Alright here. So in this section of the Thai sword Krabi Krabong from the technical Thai sword group, we're going to discuss the sword manipulation, or just the roll, the sword roll. So if you look at the stick, in this case we're using the Krabi Krabong, we're using the stick. It's relatively, or exactly right now, in the same proportion or length as my trainer Thai sword here, or a Thai sword. The bottom part of the stick and the bottom part of the sword is your handle. The middle part of the blade, the middle part of the stick itself is going to be your blocking area, and the top third is your cutting and your striking. So whether I'm using a trainer sword or a live blade or a stick, we're still going to do the same principles, the same technique. Okay? So on my particular Krabi Krabong, my sticks right here, I have a marking from it just being engraved with some ringlets. That's giving me an indication here. It really doesn't matter. You can put a piece of tape or you just grab it a third of the way. It doesn't matter. So my first one is just the one stick. We're going to do a forward roll, and we're going to break it down to a little bit of steps, and then you can go ahead and get the fluidity into it later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the stick again at the top third. Now I'm not going to do a full tight grip when I do the roll. I'm actually going to do type of okay, where I'm pinching between the thumb and the forefinger right here, so I let it twirl, much probably like a baton twirler, right? At the top of the spin, I'm going to put a little more grip on it and freeze it for this drill. So if I look at this, the stick here in my hand, again, I'm only going to be making contact with the meat of my thumb and the meat of my forefinger as I do the twirl. For a forward roll, I'm pretty much going to point this stick straight at the target, right? So as I do that, I let it fall forward. As it drops, I kind of let it hang here, so I got this vertical. As I come back, with the handle facing my opponent, and then roll it all the way up to an upright position. So it falls forward, loosen grip, and squeeze. Again, the okay grip, and squeeze. Now my hand position is, I'm going to keep it at shoulder level right here. I'm going to keep a 135-degree angle. Right there is a 95. There's a 180. So halfway between your 45 and your 180. Okay, that's the angle. I'm going to rotate it through here. Now, first movement, if I want to break it down, I'm going to roll my wrist inwards a little bit. Let the stick fall forward. Come to the outside of my forearm. Roll up and squeeze. Again, turn my wrist in. Let it fall forward and squeeze. For the reverse grip, for the reverse roll, I'm going to do the exact opposite. I'm going to turn my palm out. Again, okay grip, let it fall backwards, roll it up, and squeeze. Turn my palm out, backwards, and squeeze. Turn it out, let it fall backwards, let it drop, squeeze. Now I'm just going to let it flow. And backwards, and forwards, and forwards, and backwards, and backwards, and forward, and forward. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is take this little section here, the very first step on the sword manipulation or stick manipulation and the rolls. I want you to practice 10 forward, 10 backwards. Do it, repeat it 10 times. So that's going to be like 100, right? 100 each side. That's perfect. That's what I want you to do. It's actually going to have to be something that's just natural to you. You can't think about this. It's the basis for a lot of the techniques. It's the setup for a lot of the strikes. This is something you don't want to think about. You do risk the fact that you're loosening your hand up a little, losing your sword. That's dangerous unless you practice it so much it becomes natural. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with that, and that's the first roll. First lesson is going to be the forward roll for 10, and the backward roll for 10. Perfect. Shoot 10 on the left, your right hand, 10 forward, 10 backwards. We're going to repeat the same drill with our left hand. Definitely, it's double sword or single sword, double sticks, single sticks, doesn't matter. We're going to be proficient and equally coordinated with both sides, okay? It's combat. And we're going to pick up a weapon, and we're going to use it, and we have to be comfortable with working with whatever side. Warm-up drill. Again, this drill should be done at the beginning of every practice. This is something that we want to repeat every day so it becomes natural. It's something that's the foundation of all the techniques. And it's conditioning as well at the same time, and it's dexterity, it's mobility. It's a great warm-up. With that being said, I want you to go ahead and do that drill. Repeat all those variations from the forward roll to the backward roll to the left opposite roll to the right opposite roll. Do that and do that 10 times, right? With that being said, if you do that in a row and you get nice and low and you put more reps into the single one, you go 10 forward and 10 backward, it's going to be a heck of a cardio workout as well. Get low. Lower you go, the better for the quads. Also, it's more combat. Okay, you can have more options here. We have between the Krabi Krabong and the Muay Chaya, it's a very much a low stance and style. So that takes a lot of conditioning, and this is a good place to start with these simple drills. So our hands are up, get nice and low, we roll it. Now I'm looking in the mirror, I don't want to see my in the camera. I can see if my head's traveling up or down. I do not want that. I don't want to be bouncing up each one. I want to keep the elevation, my hips at the same level as I move forward, as I move forward, as I move forward, and same thing to back, back, and back. Okay, that up and down, just slide forward, okay?